It is Chris here. Okay, so we're going full out on this new format. So, as most of you know, I've been having a huge amount of problems with my other software. So, we are trying something new. So, okay, we're going to have some fun with the piggies. So, I posted a photo last week. Good morning, Gay. I posted a photo last week with the little piggies in here. It was actually like a a photo of this. These little piggies are so cute. Okay, so the little piggies are part of one of the bundles from Close to My Heart for NSD. So it actually creates a mini album. I probably should have grabbed the bundle. Here it is. So it comes with all the contents of the mini album. So it's a 4x4 album with the stamp set. There's the little flower accessories in here, and then there's all the cardstock and photo inserts that you need. So they've got the flower sequins in here. So we're gonna make an alternate project today. So also I wanted to let you know I just hit publish on the Cheerful Humor alternate card making workshop just now before I went live. I'm just having my blog, some work done on my blog, and they were trying to import several years worth of Blogger, and we had like a giant issue right before I wanted to go live. So sorry that I was a few minutes late here. But I did publish it, so it's there, and the links should all work. So I'll get on and I'll show that workshop probably tomorrow, Thursday. So I created an alternate card making workshop for the Cheerful Humor card making bundle for NSD. But okay, aside from that, right now we're going to play with the little piggies. Okay, so we're going to make two different cards with the little piggies. So, and we're going to talk about coloring the little piggies because I've got lots and lots of options for you. So here's just like a little sample of the pigs, and they're so cute. How could you like totally resist them? They're so fun. So you could use them in lots of different ways. So like I said, they do create the little mini 4x4 album. You could make little mini 4x4 cards with them. We're going to make a full-size card, and we're going to make a slimline card. So two different cards. So for the first one, this is just really simple. We are going to actually take the cover page from the album, and we're going to turn it into a 4x6 card. So this is what we're going to do, but we're going to adapt it to fit a regular size card. Okay, so we are going to just, first thing we'll do is we'll stamp our hearts. We're going to do it like basically the same. I might change out the piggy though, and we might color him differently, but anyway. Okay, so I cut my pieces here, and so I have just a regular card base, and then I cut a piece of Lagoon, and I made this piece 4 by 5 1/4. So we're going to add that to our card front. Okay. And then, because so I'm going to try and probably do a few projects because I really want, oh, wait a second, maybe I should make it bigger on my desk. There we go. You should really know that you can do other things with the little mini album than the mini album with the pigs, sorry. Okay. That whole little blog thing really kind of flustered me today. Okay, so we're going to take the hearts and we're going to stamp them in intense black on this piece of mint. And so for this one, I cut it at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And so this is how it's going to look on here. Okay. So hello, Lynn. Okay, so we're going to find the little heart they used. I don't think it really matters. There's 2 different hearts, but we'll go with this one. And I have not stamped it yet, so we'll just get a little block. And so we're just going to random stamp on here. Okay. So I'm just going to actually stamp it one time to make sure we're okay here. Okay, awesome. And I will have to grab my markers. So when we get to the little piggy, I'll tell you all the different ways that I colored her and him, I guess. So I'm just going to random stamp on my background, and I know that my middle's not going to show, so I don't have to really worry too much about that. So I want them to not look like they're all lined up, and I'm going to stamp some off the edge. So I'm not really worrying about the inside spot here, and I'm trying not to make them too like matchy-matchy. So I'm just trying to show you that there's like actually value in the bundle. You don't have to just use it for the way that the projects are that Close to My Heart is showing, right? You've got other things that you can do with it. Okay, so I'm gonna just grab my, so the markers they used were the light green, turquoise, and pale pink, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to, okay, I think I need to do more at the top, because when I look at it after I walked away, I've got way more at the bottom than I do at the top. So we'll just add a few more. Okay. So then I'm just going to color this in with my marker. So I'm going to take the light green turquoise, and I'm just looking for a scrap piece of paper to put underneath here, because the marker will come through. Okay, so, and I decided my other live this week, we are going to do the a set of 8.5 by 11 scrapbooking pages, and I'm going to follow the same sketch that I created for the In This Together, and then I created it with the Daisy Meadows. So I think it will probably be a Friday. We'll do the Eat, Love, Eat, Play, Love. And if you need that sketch and you want the sketch, if you comment sketch, I can get you in the right direction after this video. Or if not, you can wait till Friday and I can give it to you then. So I worked on picking my pictures yesterday and kind of the colors that I'm going to use and like which pieces of paper and stuff I wanted to pick. So that is my plan. So tomorrow I'll come back on and I'll show you all the cheerful humor alternate card workshop in the afternoon. And then on Friday, we'll make that 2-page spread. And I think it's going to be really cute. And it's not like food themed at all. I think lots of people were really, when they saw the Eat, Play, Love. So I'm just like really doing just really quick coloring here because I'm going to add other stuff on top. So I'm not overly worried about it being shaded and all those things. That when they saw that paper pack, they just got in their head that it has to be like food related, and my pictures have nothing to do with food, so they are cute, but maybe we're playing up the play part. Okay, so I'm just going to add this piece. And then I also have, I cut a piece of lilac paper, and I think I did 1x4, so we're going to add that across the middle. Just like that. And then, okay, so then we have to pick a pig. She, I think, is my favorite pig, the one with the little antennas. But, okay, so we'll pick a pig and a sentiment here. So, on theirs, they use this one, the sitting down pig. But, oh, maybe we'll use these two little pigs together and we'll put celebrate. And then we could stamp like happy birthday inside after. Okay, so I've got my celebrate and my little piggies here. I have used this one. So I'm just rubbing them on my skin to take like that factory finish off. Okay, so we are going to stamp this guy just so that we know that whole sheet is full of piggies. We'll have to pick a different sheet here. Okay, so we've got these two little guys. So they colored them with the Shin Han, the pale pink marker, but I wanted to show you, oh yeah, they're really cute. Okay, and then I'm just gonna stamp my celebrate. Okay, I like that. So that's what it'll look like. So I cut out the same, so I have a piece of white daisy and I cut an extra one just in case. And I have the pink. I believe this is flamingo. And it is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then the white daisy is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. So I am going to add these little guys right here. So it'll give them a second to dry before we do something to them. And I just got some extra ink here, so we're just gonna wipe it off. Okay, and I'm just going to do just a little outline around the edge. That also just gives it another second to dry. But okay, so we will color this one with the markers, and then I'll show you on my sheet my other options. So I did also pull out the pencil crayons, and I liked that. And then I also did pull out the shimmer brush. So because that little sparkly pig that I did was so cute, I'll show you. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a second to dry, and I'll show you a couple of the different options on my coloring sheet. So sometimes when I get something and I just want to play around with it, I obviously filled this sheet to see what the images actually look like stamped. So here's a couple. So she is colored with the markers. This little guy is colored with pencil crayon. And then these are colored with the markers too. And then this little girl is colored with the shimmer brushes. So I used the flamingo shimmer brush and then the little bluebell shimmer brush. So maybe we'll do that on here because the cardstock is the flamingo. So maybe we'll use that coloring method here. So maybe I will, let's just see how. On the sheet where I tested, I was thinking maybe we would just highlight the celebrate with the bluebell shimmer brush, just so it kind of looks like almost just like watercolor painted. And then I'm going to color my little piggies just with the flamingo shimmer brush. Now obviously I'm not going to have like detailed shading and highlights using the shimmer brush, but it's just kind of a fun little, they just end up being fun little sparkly pigs. So I'll add a little bluebell probably to this little flower up here in the corner of her hair or head, whatever. This is super cute in person. I know it's super hard to see, but it just kind of adds a little something. So then I'm just going to just dab a little bluebell on her flower. Okay, so I'm just going to give that a second to dry. I will add this piece. If we wanted, we could add some of the flower sequins on here, but I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And I am just going to, because this might still be a little bit damp just yet, I think I'll just do this. Okay, so there we go. There's card number one. Totally just increase the size to make it the size of a regular A2 size card. And it's just literally recreated with the same look as the front cover. You could add a little bow down here. Maybe I'll break out the ribbon at the end and add the little bow. Okay, so I can move that out of the way. So now we are going to make a slimline card, and I'm going to show you, it's going to look totally different. And I'm going to show you another way that you can color the pigs. Okay, so we now have slimline bases and envelopes in our catalog. So this is just a long skinny version, and they do come with envelopes, but you can also create your own slimline cards if you prefer. So ours are 3.5 by 8.5, so that's the full base. Okay, so then I cut out my pieces before. So I grabbed a piece of Lovely and a piece of Bluebell. So my Bluebell piece is 3.5 by 8.5, so it's the full length of the card. So I'm gonna use the light side up of the Bluebell. So all our cardstock is two-toned. So that's like a nice advantage, right? You can do, if one side is just slightly off from what you want, you can flip it over. So I just want the subtler, lighter side. So this piece is the full width of my card front, right? And then I cut a piece of Lovely, and this is from the annual idea book, right? And it's 3.25 by 8.25. So I just made it a quarter smaller on all sides. Just so we're gonna have that little Bluebell border. And, okay, I have to make sure there we go. Card is opening that way. Okay, I'll keep all my pigs on screen here too, so you can see all the different ways that they're colored. And then I'm gonna show you. So, just adding this to my card front. Okay, so then I took the scalloped circle thin cut, and I cut 3 of them out of sage. So we're gonna put them down here, and then we're gonna add 3 pigs to the front. Okay, so 3 fit perfectly on the slimline card, right? So you can go like this. So I'm going to add my middle one and then my 2 outside ones, okay? So I'm going to add, so it's nice, right? It does just a little like scalloped edge around, and then there's also this stitch line. So here we go. I'm just going to add this one in the middle, and then I'm going to add my 2 to the outside. I could also pop them up if I wanted. This layer though, I'm going to leave flat. There's just one little thing that didn't come out from my. So there we go. We're going to add this one. And then I also picked a piece of Lovely paper and I cut circles out. So this is what I'm thinking. So we're gonna add this little yellow plaid, but I think in the middle one, we're gonna stamp a sentiment. Okay. So then, okay. Here's another way you can color your pigs without having to color them. So these, I just stamped some of the pigs on ballerina cardstock, right? And then you don't even have to color them if you don't want to. You could then, on top of your ballerina, just use your marker to shade your pigs too. So this is what she looks like cut out, right? So she's just cut out a ballerina. So this is my thoughts. I'm going to add her here, and I'm going to stamp something underneath here. And then the other piece that I did try stamping on, which is a piece from the Perfect Match, which is just like a pink. It kind of looks like a watercolor pink, and this works perfectly too for stamping the little pigs on, and then you don't have to worry about coloring them, like if you don't want to color them. So I think though I'm going to use the ballerina ones. So we're going to pick a sentiment. So let's see. This would have been cute too in the middle. It says stop to smell the flowers, and I could have added that little one there. But let's do, I think we'll do the happy happy. Or I could do the love you this much. I'm just, let's do the happy happy, because she does look very happy happy. So we will switch this out on my block here. Okay, and I also have not used this one, so I'm just trying to decide though. Okay, so I think I put this one over here, and then we put this one over here, and if we put this one in the middle, maybe we will use that other, because this is just a little piglety one. So I'm just fussy cutting these, and they're super fast because obviously they're not very big. So these would also be great used on like a set of gift tags. If you wanted to make like a set of birthday gift tags, they would work perfectly. Or if you knew somebody that was having a baby that needed little thank you cards, these, like I said, these would be great for little 3x3 thank you cards for like after a shower. Okay, so I just want to rough this one in too, so we know approximately the size for this one. I could add, like I could add a little bit of color to her balloon here too. So if I add something to one of them though, I want to add it to all of them, something. So I'm just going to look at them once we have them down, and I'll decide. You could also just stamp them on the circle if you wanted to use like just a ballerina circle, or you could stamp them on a white circle and color them in one of the methods that I had suggested. So I think I'm just going to take my pink and this is the lightest end. Okay, so I just added a little bit of color to her. And that one. And then this one. Okay, so now we will stamp our sentiment onto, I'm just going to test it one time. Okay, so now I want to stamp it on this circle, and I just want to be like, remember that she has to sit above it. So I'm just going to use her for spacing, and I'll move her out of the way before I stamp onto it. But it just kind of helps me see by putting her back down there exactly where I want to stamp. Okay, so there we go. So now I think I'm actually going to put these on some thin 3D foam tape. Move this out of my way there. And I'll add this little girl on here flat. Oops. So is everybody excited to play with their NSD bundles? So I've started ripping them apart. So you'll probably see some more. Some more recreations with them. Oh, it's super cute here. It probably does not translate the same on the camera, but I'll take some pictures and I'll add them in here too. So this one with the little bee antlers kind of looks like she's dancing. That's what it reminds me of. They all have just a little bit of personality. So for anybody that wants to create their bundles just as is too, Close to My Heart is doing like a 2-day event that will take place where they're going to do the 2 scrapbooking bundles, the 2 card making bundles, and then this mini album just as is. But I wanted to try and figure out some projects, like I said, that would give added value to the bundles. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to be gentle with that so I don't rip it. Okay, so I think that's super cute. So this, okay, so we'll go back over all of these little things, and then actually if you guys want, I'll show you the cards that I created for the cheerful humor. Okay, so we took the cover and created a fun little card, and then I'll probably stamp on the inside. This one just says celebrate, and we used shimmer brushes to color with it. And then I showed you this sheet. So these guys are colored with the markers. This one is colored with the shimmer brushes, and then this is watercolor pencil. So don't forget, you could use the watercolor pencils. You can also watercolor pencil and then use your clear shimmer brush as another way of coloring them. And then you can also stamp them on paper if you don't want to color them. So this is the ballerina, and then this is a piece from the Perfect Match paper pack. And then here is the little slimline card that we made, and it's darling. So I'll take some pictures and I'll add them here after. Okay, so I'll quickly show you. I'll just move this stuff out of the way. So here is a look at the workshop that I created for the cheerful humor. So this is an alternate workshop. I'll actually present it tomorrow when I have everything printed and can show it properly. But so I took the bundle and I created alternate cards than the way they were designed. So the workshop will create 20 cards. It's 2 of each design. But you could also swap it out and use different papers and just use the workshop guide with different papers from your stash. So that's kind of what it looks like. Like I said, I'll come back and I'll present it tomorrow when I have all the files printed off and everything's up and ready to go. But if you're interested, you can pop over to my blog, which is chrisscreativelife.blogspot.ca, and all those details are over there. So that is what I have for you guys today. And like I said, we'll come back on, I think it'll be Friday, because I have to be out all morning tomorrow, and I'll create a scrapbooking layout using the sketch that I did before, which is for 2 8.5 by 11. So like I said, if you want the sketch before Friday when I come back, if you just comment sketch below, I will send you guys in the right direction. So happy Wednesday. Woo! Happy Wednesday, everyone, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.